A complete collapse survival kit costs less than a dinner for two at a decent restaurant. 13 items totaling under $100, available at any Walmart in America, become absolutely irreplaceable when supply chains break and stores empty permanently. These are not bulk purchases requiring membership fees or warehouse trips. Every item fits in a single shopping cart during a single trip to a store located within 10 miles of 90% of Americans. No special knowledge required, no prepper expertise needed. Just a printed list and an hour of your time. Venezuela, Bosnia, Argentina, and countless hurricane aftermaths prove the same pattern repeatedly. Cheap items everyone ignores during normal times command desperate trades when normal ends. The people who bought these items before crisis traded from positions of strength. Those who needed them during crisis traded from positions of desperation. Number 1. BIC lighters. Fire determines whether you eat cooked food or risk food poisoning, drink purified water or swallow pathogens, stay warm or develop hypothermia. A 5-pack of BIC lighters costs between $5 and $8 and provides approximately 15,000 reliable ignitions that work instantly with zero skill required. Matches absorb moisture from humid air and fail exactly when you need them most. Ferro rods demand technique that takes practice most people never complete. Friction fire methods require expertise, physical effort, and specific materials rarely available during emergencies. BIC lighters simply work. Each lighter produces roughly 3,000 flames before depletion. The fuel does not evaporate during storage. The mechanism remains functional for decades when kept dry. Bosnia war survivors report trading single lighters for meals that fed entire families because fire capability disappeared when infrastructure collapsed. Storage requires nothing special. Keep lighters in cool, dry locations away from heat sources and they remain ready indefinitely. Buy multiple 5-packs and distribute them across your supplies, your vehicle, and your emergency bags. The $15 to $20 this cost represents fire security that no amount of money can purchase after shelves empty permanently. Number 2. Bleach unscented. 1 gallon of unscented bleach treats approximately 3,800 gallons of water, transforming deadly contamination into safe hydration for roughly $4. When municipal water treatment stops and bottled water disappears, bleach becomes the difference between drinking safely and dying from waterborne disease. 8 drops per gallon of clear water kills bacteria, viruses, and most pathogens within 30 minutes. Cholera, dysentery, and typhoid killed millions throughout history before chlorination became standard. Those diseases return immediately when water treatment fails, and they kill efficiently without intervention. Beyond water purification, bleach disinfects surfaces, sanitizes cooking areas, treats toilet facilities when plumbing fails, and prevents disease transmission throughout living spaces. 1 gallon handles water, sanitation, and infection control simultaneously. The critical requirement involves buying only unscented regular bleach. Splashless formulas contain thickeners. Scented versions contain additives. Color-safe varieties lack sufficient strength. Only plain, unscented bleach works safely for water treatment. Shelf life runs approximately 1 year at full strength, with gradual potency loss afterward. Using additional drops compensates for degradation. Rotation ensures maximum effectiveness when needed. $4 buys protection against the diseases that historically killed more collapse victims than violence ever did. Number 3. Sewing kit. Clothing manufacturing stops completely during collapse. Every shirt, every pair of pants, every jacket you own must last years without replacement, and small tears become permanent damage without repair capability. A basic sewing kit costing $3 to $8 prevents wardrobe destruction that no amount of post-collapse trading can fix. Needles cannot be manufactured at home. Thread requires industrial production. Buttons disappear when supply chains break. The tiny kit containing these items enables repairs that maintain functional clothing indefinitely. Medical applications extend value beyond fabric repair. Wound closure becomes possible when emergency rooms no longer exist. Curved needles work best, but straight needles from basic kits have closed wounds throughout human history. The same thread that repairs pants can close skin when nothing else remains available. Gear repair multiplies usefulness further. Backpack straps, tent fabric, tarp edges, sleeping bag tears, and boot uppers all require stitching that only needle and thread provide. A single kit enables repairs across every fabric item you own. Storage demands only dry conditions to prevent needle rust. Add heavy-duty needles and wax thread for leather work. The complete capability costs under $10 and weighs almost nothing. Skills plus supplies equals extreme barter value. Number 4. Duct tape quality brand, structural repair, medical applications, gear fixes, and improvised construction all happen with a single $4 to $8 roll of quality duct tape. No other product matches this versatility at this price point, and nothing available post-collapse replicates these capabilities. Temporary roof patches keep water out until permanent repairs become possible. Window sealing blocks wind and weather. Door weatherproofing retains heat. Vehicle repairs enable continued transportation. Tool handles regain function. Shelter construction binds materials that nothing else holds. Medical uses documented in field conditions include blister prevention, bandage securing, splint construction, wound closure, and sling fabrication. Wilderness medicine courses teach duct tape applications because the material works when dedicated medical supplies run out. Quality matters significantly. Cheap duct tape loses adhesion rapidly, especially in temperature extremes. Duck brand, 3M, and Gorilla brand products maintain grip under conditions that destroy budget alternatives. Spending an extra $2 per roll provides tape that actually works during emergencies. Heat degrades adhesive over time, so cool storage extends useful life. Original packaging protects until needed. Shelf life exceeds 10 years when stored properly. One roll handles dozens of emergencies. Multiple rolls provide redundancy that justifies minimal additional investment. Number 5. Salt large container. Roman soldiers received payment in salt. Wars erupted over salt sources. Civilizations rose and fell based on salt access. One of the most valuable substances in human history costs roughly $2 for a 4-pound box at Walmart today. Food preservation without refrigeration requires salt. Meat curing, vegetable fermentation, and fish preservation all depend on salt concentrations that prevent bacterial growth. When freezers stop working and refrigerators become storage boxes, salt extends food supplies from days to months. Nutritional necessity makes salt essential beyond preservation. Sodium maintains bodily function during physical labor. Electrolyte balance prevents dangerous deficiency conditions. Iodized salt prevents thyroid disorders that cause serious health problems over time. Medical applications include wound cleaning through saline solution, oral rehydration therapy, nasal irrigation, and dental care. Simple salt water addresses conditions that become serious without treatment. Storage requires absolute dryness because salt absorbs moisture aggressively. Airtight containers prevent clumping. Rice added to containers absorbs humidity before salt does. Properly stored salt never expires, remaining useful indefinitely. The substance that once traded equal to gold by weight now costs pocket change. This price inversion disappears immediately when supply chains break. $2 now prevents desperation later. Number 6. Fishing line and hooks. Stored food eventually runs out. Hunting requires ammunition that depletes. Gardening takes months before harvest. Fishing provides renewable protein immediately using equipment that costs under $10 and fits in a pocket. Passive fishing works while you handle other survival tasks. Set lines run overnight and catch fish without your presence. Trout lines cover multiple locations simultaneously. The calorie return exceeds the calorie investment dramatically compared to active hunting methods. Applications beyond fishing multiply value significantly. Snare construction for small game uses fishing line effectively. Tripwire alarm systems alert to perimeter intrusion. Shelter construction binding holds materials together. Emergency suture material works in desperate medical situations. Monofilament line resists rot, tolerates UV exposure reasonably well, and remains functional for years in storage. Various pound test ratings serve different purposes, with heavier line providing more versatility across applications. Include multiple hook sizes to catch different fish species and serve different improvised purposes. The complete kit occupies minimal space, weighs almost nothing, and provides food acquisition capability that no stored food matches for long-term sustainability. One fishing kit purchased today provides food independence that no amount of canned goods achieves. Skills require practice, so learn basic techniques before crisis makes learning difficult. Number 7. Rubbing alcohol. Wound infection kills when antibiotics become unavailable. Skin preparation before any medical procedure requires disinfection that rubbing alcohol provides for $2 per bottle. No home production method creates equivalent antiseptic capability. The 70% concentration actually works better than 91% for disinfection, contrary to intuition. Water content helps alcohol penetrate bacterial cell walls more effectively. Both concentrations serve useful purposes, with higher concentrations better for cleaning and lower concentrations better for medical use. Fire-starting applications add another dimension of value. Rubbing alcohol ignites reliably, burns cleanly, and accelerates other fire-starting materials. When lighters run out and matches fail, alcohol-soaked material catches flame that spreads to larger fuel. Cleaning applications include electronics, optical lenses, adhesive removal, tool degreasing, and stain treatment. The versatility per dollar rivals any product available. Evaporation presents the primary storage challenge. Bottles must remain tightly sealed to prevent loss. Original containers work well. Cool, dark locations away from heat and ignition sources provide ideal storage conditions. Shelf life runs to 3 years sealed. Less after opening. Rotation ensures fresh stock when needed. Multiple bottles distributed across storage locations provide redundancy. For dollars of prevention stops infections that become fatal without modern medical care. Section 8. Superglue Multipack. Medical professionals use cyanoacrylate to close wounds in emergency rooms worldwide. Superglue from Walmart uses the same chemical base and has closed battlefield wounds since Vietnam. A multi-pack costing $3 to $6 provides medical and repair capability that nothing else matches. Small cuts close immediately with Superglue application. Bleeding stops, wound edges stay together. Healing proceeds without stitches. Cracked fingertips and heels seal against further damage. Blisters receive protective covering. Repair applications extend across virtually every material. Broken tool handles become functional again. Cracked plastic regains integrity. Eyeglasses return to service. Ceramic and glass rejoin. Electronic components reattach. Shoe solace bond back to uppers. Moisture causes superglue to cure inside tubes, so storage in cool, dry conditions extends usability. Refrigeration significantly increases shelf life. Unopened tubes last 1 to 2 years. Open tubes last months at best. Buy multiple small tubes rather than single large tubes because opening initiates degradation regardless of how much you use. Sealed backups remain ready while open tubes serve current needs. The medical applications alone justify investment. Combined with repair capabilities, Superglue becomes one of the highest value items relative to cost available anywhere. Number 9. Feminine hygiene products. Half of the population requires these products monthly regardless of what happens to society. Menstruation continues during collapse exactly as it does during normal times. No alternative exists. No home production provides equivalent function. Preppers focused on stereotypical supplies overlook items that half of all survivors desperately need. 12 or more products per person per month adds up across extended scenarios. Supply for one woman for 1 year requires over 140 products. Most households stock only a few weeks of supply at any time. The gap between normal supply and crisis need represents desperate barter opportunity for those who prepared. Medical applications provide value beyond primary purpose. Tampons designed for absorption work effectively for wound packing. Sterile packaging makes them suitable for medical use. Bandage padding, nosebleed treatment, and pressure application all work with products designed to absorb. Storage requires only dry conditions and protection from pests. Shelf life extends indefinitely when packaging remains intact. No rotation necessary, no special treatment required. Venezuela collapse survivors report these products commanding extreme premiums. The taboo nature means fewer people prepare, which means greater scarcity, which means higher barter value for those who planned ahead. Number 10. Reading glasses multiple strengths. Age-related farsightedness affects virtually everyone over 45. Reading detailed work, medical procedures, and close examination become impossible without correction. Prescription glasses break and cannot be replaced. Contact lens supplies disappear. Reading glasses from Walmart costing $5 to $10 per pair prevent disability that no amount of barter fixes. The ability to read medicine labels and dosage instructions becomes life or death when medical care disappears. Examining wounds for infection requires close vision. Splinter removal needs magnification. Food inspection for spoilage and contamination demands visual clarity. Reading maps, instructions, and information requires functional near vision. People over 40 who currently have perfect distance vision will develop presbyopia eventually. The condition progresses regardless of collapse timing. Buying reading glasses now prepares for inevitable need later. Stock multiple strengths to serve different people and different vision changes over time. Plus 1.5, plus 2, and plus 2.5 cover most common needs. Protective cases prevent damage. Multiple pairs in different locations provide redundancy. No home production exists. No workaround restores lost near vision. Single pairs command significant trades from people who cannot function without them. $10 invested now prevents functional blindness later. Number 11. Vegetable seeds heirloom only. One packet of heirloom seeds costing $2 produces vegetables that produce seeds that produce vegetables indefinitely. This perpetual food cycle cannot happen with hybrid seeds that produce sterile or unreliable offspring. The distinction between heirloom and hybrid determines whether seeds provide one harvest or unlimited harvests. Fresh vegetables supply vitamins completely absent from stored food. Vitamin C prevents scurvy, which historically killed more people during food scarcity than starvation itself. Variety prevents nutritional deficiencies that cause serious health problems over months of limited diet. Best survival varieties include beans for protein and calories, squash for storage capability and energy density, tomatoes for vitamins and preservation potential, leafy greens for fast growth and nutritional density, and root vegetables for underground storage and calorie content. Look specifically for packets labeled heirloom or open-pollinated. Avoid anything marked hybrid or F1. This distinction determines everything about long-term food security. Cool, dry, dark storage extends seed viability for years. Refrigeration or freezing dramatically increases storage life. Vacuum sealing with oxygen absorbers creates decade-long viability for many varieties. $10 of heirloom seeds purchased today provides food production capability worth more than any amount of stored food. Skills require practice, so start gardening now while learning remains easy. Number 12. Zip ties bulk pack. Binding, securing, repairing, and constructing all happen instantly with zip ties requiring no tools and no skill. Bulk packs costing $3 to $8 provide hundreds of fasteners that replace rope, wire, screws, and nails across countless applications. Fence repair happens in minutes rather than hours. Hose clamps form from zip ties. When originals fail, bundles stay organized. Broken zipper pulls gain functional replacements. Straps reattach, handles reform around broken grips. Shelter construction uses zip ties to bind poles, secure tarps, attach netting, and create structures from materials that otherwise refuse to stay together. One-handed application means injured people can still make repairs. Consistent tension eliminates guesswork that rope knots introduce. Security applications include temporary gate locks, cabinet securing, and tamper-evident closures that show whether someone accessed protected areas. Black zip ties contain UV inhibitors that dramatically extend outdoor lifespan. Natural colored ties work fine indoors but degrade quickly in sunlight. Buying black varieties provides versatility across all applications. Storage requires only protection from direct sunlight. No expiration exists when stored properly. Organized by size for quick access during emergencies. The few dollars invested provides capabilities that cost far more to replicate with alternatives. Number 13. Manual can opener quality. Canned food forms the backbone of most emergency food supplies, and every single can becomes inaccessible without opening capability. Electric can openers die when power dies. Modern pull-tab cans represent only a fraction of available canned goods. Manual can openers costing $3 to $8 unlock the entire stored food supply. Quality matters enormously because cheap openers fail rapidly. Gears strip, blades dull, handles break. The $3 opener that breaks during extended use leaves you with food you cannot access. Spending an extra few dollars on quality construction provides reliability that justifies every penny. P38 and P51 military-style openers provide indestructible backup for under $2 each. Designed for field use under combat conditions, these tiny openers work slowly but never fail. Keep several on keychains, in emergency bags, and distributed throughout supplies. Multiple openers stored in different locations prevent single-point failure. The backup in your vehicle works when the kitchen opener breaks. The one in your emergency bag works when you cannot reach home. Light oil coating prevents rust during long-term storage. Dry conditions maintain functionality. Testing before storage confirms operation. To quality openers plus several military-style backups cost under $15 and guarantee access to every can you own. 13 items from a single Walmart trip costing under $100 creates preparation that addresses fire, water, repair, medical, food, sanitation, and barter needs simultaneously. Every item stores for years without special conditions. Every item becomes irreplaceable when manufacturing and shipping stop. Every item has proven value in documented collapses that occurred within living memory. No membership fees required, no warehouse quantities demanded, no special knowledge necessary. One printed list, one shopping cart, and 1 hour of time separates preparation from vulnerability. The pattern from every modern collapse remains identical. Those who own these items before crisis maintain, function, and negotiated trades from positions of strength. Those who needed these items during crisis suffered dysfunction and accepted whatever terms desperation required. Walmart locations exist within 10 miles of 90% of Americans. The store remains open today. The items sit on shelves right now. The prices stay low until demand spikes and availability disappears. This week represents opportunity. Next week might represent unavailability. One trip to Walmart today changes your position from the people who need things to the people who have things. That difference determines everything when normal stops working.